I have felt most connected to God, believe it or not, when I'm in the presence of another person who has some sort of weakness. I remember one time I was at the bedside of a sister who I believed was dying, and she was, and I had the gift of being able to see that. And I sat there with her just in silence, holding her hand because she was no longer conscious. And I entered this space where time just evaporated, and I knew I was assisting Jesus in his agony. Another time, one of our sisters, she was like a grandmother to me, and she died not too long ago. But before I left, she was like 2 doors down from me in the dormitory, and she would ask me to help her with little things. One time she asked me if I would help sew a little piece of Velcro on her veil. So I was sitting there sewing, and she was hunched over, because she was very weak. And I looked up, and I could see Jesus in her. Or here in Rome, I was at St. Peter's. I was praying. I was going there to pray every day during World Youth Day for the young people that were there. And I asked God, where are you? Here I am praying before you, and I feel like I'm the only one in this relationship. What's your part in this relationship? Well, every time I ask God a question, I always get an answer. So I'm walking out of St. Peter's, and I see my bus going by, and I'm like, darn it, I just missed my bus. And I heard this little voice in the back of my head saying, slow down. Even missing a bus is in God's providence. Take your time. So I'm taking my time, and I'm turning in the corner, and this man is motioning to me. And I had this feeling that it was okay to go over to him, so I did. And he couldn't speak. So he was making motions to me, and I understood what he was saying. And I started talking back to him in English. I had only been here for 2 months. All of a sudden in the middle, I'm like, he doesn't understand English, so I switched to Italian. And so to confirm what he was saying to me, he needed to get on a bus. He wanted to know if I could help him walk to the bus stop and get his bus. Absolutely. I didn't know what the problem was. Anyway, as we started to walk, and I gave him my arm, his entire weight was on me. He must have cerebral palsy. Could not speak. So there we are, walking arm in arm. We're getting closer to the bus stop. There's got to be at least 50 religious standing there, all in habit. So the question in my mind was, how did he know that he could ask me? And everyone's staring at us. Like this is like a circus. So we get to the bus stop, and I saw a number 46 bus, and I said, is this your bus? And yeah, this is my bus. And the bus was stopped at the light, so just in between that time, he took my hand and he kissed my hand. It was the only way he knew how to say thank you. So as the bus is coming, and I helped walk him over, and I helped hoist him up, and I asked if that was okay, if he needed me to get on, to help him find a seat. No, he was okay. He turned around and made the sign again. The doors closed, and heaven's doors opened, and all of a sudden I realized that is how Jesus interacts with me. It's when I'm able to be present, when I'm able to leave my time schedule, when I'm able to slow down, when I'm able to be able to see another person instead of being angry because I didn't catch the bus. That I can give of myself and allow another person to give themselves to me. That is when I found in my life that I have experienced God most closely, just out of the blue. No preparation whatsoever. It's like God just reaches in and here I am.